Hey everybody, it's Robert coming to you with another adventure into history. Today I'm down in Sumter County, Georgia with Cecil, and he has brought me to a cemetery down here that he found recently. He's doing the cemetery survey of all locatable cemeteries in Sumter County, Georgia. And this is one that he documented and has brought me back to. Where are we at, Cecil?
This is Pleasant Grove Methodist. There's also a Pleasant Grove Baptist nearby that is a modern church.
So this is a cool stone here. This is a big stone. This is Benjamin. It's spelled that way, so I don't know how it was pronounced. L, son of Mr. and Mrs. J.A. Methvin, August 9th, 1896 to August 1st, 1917. Remember at the kitchen cemetery there was
There's a lot of Methvins down here.
Gotcha. That was, the one there was 1850s, if I recall. But this is a big, beautiful marker. I don't know that I've seen one quite like this one before. Let's see the scroll work on the side. Woodman of the World Memorial. And then it says in memorial Woodman Circle. For F.A. Griffin, son of Mr. and Mrs. J.L. Griffin, July 8th, 1877 to 1914. That is a big stone, though.
Apparently he was the council commander of the Woodman of the World camp.
Oh, wow. A light from our house is gone, a voice we loved is stilled. Okay, there is a certain scent in the air out here, and it is chicken manure.
They fertilize the fields around here with it.
Yeah, I smell it now.
They make it into some juice first and spray it. There's a Civil War marker in here.
Oh yeah, sure is.
There's actually quite a few slabs in there.
So there's concrete slab, concrete slab, concrete slab, concrete slab, and Benjamin Methvin, Benjamin J. Methvin, Company C, 10th Georgia Infantry CSA, right there with 3 slabs right there. I see that there's more in the woods back here too. I saw that curbing. Oh, and there's a fence back there too. There is, well, that's got, let's see if I can get this. This is dead. James M. Neely, June 5th, 1856 to August 26th, 1912. There's a cemetery fence here, big.
I think it's the side to that main fence. It goes all the way around.
Gotcha. It looks like, it's kind of weird.
There's something over here.
Kind of weird the way that it just looks through here with all the fallen trees. Looks like a storm or something came through, but very localized under this canopy. I mean, it's interesting the way we just went from kind of a cleaned up area to what looks like you just come upon ancient ruins with this fence.
Assuming this is the foundation.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. It's a rock pile there.
Yeah, I would think foundation of some sort too. It's kind of strangely curved. I guess if we saw like steps or something going into it. I thought maybe those were steps, but really not. It's a brick. Whoa, what is that? There's a hole in the ground. Maybe a well or I was gonna say baptismal, but they wouldn't have had one of those here at the Methodists, I don't think. Huh. I don't know.
That would be a septic tank.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I think. It looks like a inlet to a septic tank. This is septic for that building.
Oh, yeah, sure is. There's the inlet for it. Huh. Some tiny little septic tank. There's another foundation there, right up against the fence. Nothing terribly old, but interesting. More ruins. And this fence, though, this little scene of this is neat. I don't know. Something about that. The way it is and the color of these woods captures a bit of my imagination. There's tin from the roof of something. I don't know. It's neat.
It goes way back in there.
Cemetery does?
Yeah.
Oh, well, lead the way, sir. Big cedar tree. We see, would you say, that there's bigger cedar trees down here than there are in Harris and Talbot counties?
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, look at that one.
Grave right here.
Big old oak right there, too. You usually don't see cedars that are the size of oak trees out here. My goodness. Stand up against that one, Cecil, just to kind of... Look, I feel like on every video that we've done recently, I've said this is the biggest cedar I've ever seen, but I really think that is the biggest in trunk diameter cedar I have seen to date. And the grave right under it. See if there's anything on it. Probably not on this style of thin concrete on the brick. No, nothing on it.
I think the whole cemetery was pretty much overgrown and they came in and started clearing.
Yeah, that's what it looks like to me. And the fence continues. And then, so this is the back of the fence. There's bulb flowers right there. We're kind of on the back side of this cleaned up cemetery. We're kind of just looking in the woods for anything else they might have missed. That grave back there, I mean, I'm sure that there's more unmarked graves, but that one back there is pretty far from all this where they've cleaned it up.
That's probably marking one there.
Yeah.
They hit it with a bush hog.
Here's Henry Harrison Hand, Private Captain Corey's Company, South Carolina Militia, the War of 1812. Born February 23rd, 1791, and died March 10th, 1870. So he is a patriot, you know, of the War of 1812. Fought for the continued freedom of this country then in that conflict. And it's kind of, we don't see a lot of Revolutionary War veterans or War of 1812 veterans. Here's another, it says Revolutionary Soldier on the placard there. And then two different major conflicts in this country back to back here. And this Columbus W. Hand, Corporal, Company A, 5th Battalion, Georgia Infantry State Guards, Confederate States Army. Now, I want to point this out real quick. On a lot of these headstones where we see the CSA markers that have the pointed tops, there's some out there, they say CSA at the bottom, and I will always say Confederate States Army, and people will always say, no, that stands for Confederate States of America. I don't know what it stands for on the pointed headstones. It just says CSA, but on these, it's hard to deny. It says Confederate States Army. He was born May 7th, 1823, and died January 2nd, 1881. And this is his original headstone here. And he was a Mason.
That's blank.
This is an example of a CSA mark. Oh, wait, there it is.
There it is.
Pointed top. It just kind of appeared. It just kind of jumped out. Let's see. N.H. White, Company A, 12th Georgia Infantry, CSA, Confederate States Army.
I don't know where that's supposed to be, though.
Yeah. 1963. That's a handmade concrete from 63. It's interesting. 43. Right there. Anyway, as much as I enjoy, and we come out and document these historic cemeteries, graveyards in this case.
Some more big monuments back here.
Another thing that I really enjoy documenting.
There's one there.
That's old buildings. There's the church right there. We're going to circle back and take a look at it in just a moment. But that is an impressive ruin right there. First, let's get in here and that old wisteria vines. Lula Jones Chambliss, 1867 to 1939. Always the thorns.
You see them back there?
I saw those, yeah. Are there?
It's real hard to get back in there.
Yeah. I'll try to. Can't push in through here. I got that way. Oh, Cecil's going by way of the cool church ruins. There's one here, concrete, probably no name, looking at the surface of the stone. Oh, you know what? What was the name on that Confederate marker? Something White?
Something H. White.
This looks like an old stone. It could have just been one that was improperly cleaned and shows a lot of age, though. Cannot read it. I'm going to try to grab a photo of that one. I can't make anything out on it, though, here. Might be able to in post. Maybe it's already online or something.
Hard to see that one. H. White.
Oh.
That's probably him.
Yeah. Born August 15th, 1846. Died January 26th, 1887. These are really worn. This could be from two things. It could just be really poor marble that's worn away, or someone improperly cleaned it at some time and causes this kind of damage on it. People pour bleach and acid and stuff like that on them. It causes that damage. It's a very similar stone. You see that one and how it's damaged? It's a very similar stone here that's not damaged. A.B. Rayford, born September 14th, 1809, died October 24th, 1887. Okay, so now what I came to see, in addition to the cemetery, is the ruins of the church here. Roof and tin. Looks like this was a little storeroom. And sometimes there's siding boards for the building in here. And obviously this is cinder block, newer construction. Than the rest of the building. And the rest of the building is just over there. And these are some, oh man, went the wrong way. Damn, always with the briars. Now we gotta go another way, just one too many briars over there still. It's a huge old church though. It's only a little bit of this church standing. It's always kind of, we have the goal of documenting before it's gone here on Adventures into History and in all the things that we do. So it's always kind of sad to have missed something and it basically be gone now. But this was a heck of a building here. Very high up off the ground. I'm trying to get over here to this. It was plumbed at one time, so again, gas lines under it, old door there, but look how high up off the ground it was. This is all underside of the church here. And look at the way that they did the foundation. This is cool. This is amazing. Wisteria vines. Awful wisteria vines. So this has storm boarding underneath the weatherboarding. That's a different kind of weatherboarding too than is back here. See, this is this flat kind of weatherboarding that we see in a lot of late 1800s and earlier structures. This is that, I forgot what it's called, but it's beveled weatherboarding on this side, at least in this section. So we could be looking at some stuff that was an addition, more or less. And all of these wisteria vines. There you go, Cecil. Uh-oh, that was a loud crunch. Home in through the window. And don't forget that floor is, it's a good 4-foot drop. This building is really high off the ground.
It's a little soft in here.
Yeah. Oh wow, film. It's all gone. What a shame. See, I'll develop it right now on my phone. Whoa. There. It'll be my turn. If we suddenly wind up back at the same level, one of us fell. Wouldn't have been me just yet. I'm going through the wisteria vines. I don't know, Cecil, were you raised in a barn or something? I'm going to come in through the door. It's
I'm in here because I thought that might have been a book.
Oh.
But it's not.
Yeah. Oh, what is that? Gold, silver cleaner plate. Oh.
Oh yeah.
Really, it's just one little room. Wow. I'm gonna look and see where I'm stepping before I step there, but wow. A little late to document this one before it's totally gone. I mean, we got the ruins, but I wonder if there are any pictures of this building standing. It's
I would say there has to be somewhere.
yeah. It almost, I don't know. It almost doesn't look like a church. It makes me think of a store or something. But I mean, I'm not saying that that's what that it's not. It just is different. All right, so
Huh.
what is it?
Kind of fabric.
Yeah. Something that used to hang there. There's maybe a dinner on the grounds table or well, something back here. And the old screened door. But see, this is, and I could, you know, just makes me think of a store, a door on the front of a store that would have this, and it doesn't, you know, screen door can be screen door on anything, but the little mesh in there. I don't know, but what I do know is I'm gonna go down into the mess. What's the best way to do that? Probably gonna be hand you that. It was built in a very interesting way with that's a bolt, bolted together wood, and it's this structure is post 1880s. It's just round nails, all round nails. So I don't know. How do I do this? There's a light fixture right there. Let's see. Okay. All right. When I first started this channel 10 years ago, I'd already been down there. There's a little bit slower movement now. A lot of stuff hurts more now than it used to. I'm going to try to walk down this big bolted together beam. And at some point I'll reach and grab the camera at the one point where I feel like I'm not going to die. Maybe at that point now. So I'm going to assume that you're not going to join me down in this space, which is...
Well, somebody's got to pull you out.
That's right. That's totally fine. I'll leave the flashlight there, but...
You need a light?
Nah, I just want to make sure it didn't get left. I don't know. Let's see. Let's see if I can do this any other way where it's not going to hurt. I want to get down to where the foundation used to be and look at it. And it's all the different ways it's going to hurt. Because some of the stuff that's underneath it looks older and some doesn't. But we're down here now. Little door. Saw that from before. Oh, okay. Let's look under here. Well, I said I didn't need my flashlight and wound up needing it, but that's okay. Hey, if you can not let this thing collapse the rest of the way while I'm under here, it would be appreciated. Yeah, I don't think there's really anything to see under there. Oh, look, there you go. Perfect. This teamwork right there. Huh. Okay. Turn back. I'm going back out. I'm going back out. Ow. Oh, I see how I can escape this mess when I do. Okay. There's another toilet. It's all the roofing timbers. Frame for maybe another table like we saw before. Maybe I can get around there and look at that part. It's still standing up. But I'm not going to go through this way. Yeah. The attic. And the attic up there. There's a bathroom over there. You can see the vent for it. Here's the entrance for it. I'm not going over there. I'm climbing out. I'm just gonna try to go around to the front. This is our old heater, I think. I think that's a heater right there. Now ain't that something right there? Look at this, Cecil. Okay, so I'm trying to figure out what all I'm looking at here. There's steps that lead up into that section, so I guess it's really weird how...
Is that a piano?
That is a piano right there, which is, you know, they were going back towards church now. But the steps, and there's boarding and share rail right there, like this was on the ground like it is today, kind of floor level. But then over here we've got foundation stones that show that the level matched this. So weird stuff going on there. And look at all the different, the way that the construction is. You can see where all these boards are bolted together going across. I think it's a heater. Not entirely sure. Let's see where there was a window here. Right there follows, we got this inner tongue and groove board that lines the walls. We got the studs, and that's where we've got that different kind of outside weatherboarding, the beveled type. And then this area where it's on the ground and had steps going in there, but all of this. Do you know what this building really reminds me of? It reminds me of some of the old barracks on Fort Benning. Coming out the building on the wisteria ladder.
Pretty big vine.
That's a really big wisteria vine. Hate that stuff. It's a little bit rotted what you're standing on. So.
Yeah.
The Kia was like, be careful. Be careful, Cecil. I want to see the front of this structure, what's left of it. So I'm going to go out, look at it from the road. Because this way you can see how big this was. I do want to make sure I get this kind of shot showing the length of this building. You can see how wide it was when I was in there, and it starts there at the end. It goes all the way down to where we can't really see, but maybe you can see the tin poking up. Huge building. I don't know. Really cool. I love this sort of thing. And so I really wanted to get a look at the front of this, but those are vines with thorns. And the front of it's in there. That is defined as impassable. I'm not entirely sure how, but we're here. There's the little add-on concrete structure. Now I want to show you a couple things that we can see over here that confuse me, and I forgot to point it out on the other side, but we saw how low the other side was compared to like the back section. And we can see over here that this side is sitting up just a little bit higher on brick piers. And the roof has collapsed here. Of course, the whole structure has collapsed, but it looks like that's roof here. You know, I just thought of something. And these are, remember, these are all thoughts that could be in other words, these are guesses out in the field. So don't take it as historic record. But what about a school? Oh man. Oh gosh, why? Why with all the vines? There were lots of little community schools way back when, before we got into damn it. More of a modern idea of schools. Ouch. Stop. Grabbing a hold to me. But I don't know. Still don't know, but that might answer some questions as far as the build design, the age, all that. Okay, look, porch here. Porch here. This. Concrete steps going up big, solid. Bolts through there. We're standing on the porch. Just ruins there. Windows over here. But it's in a ruined state. This weatherboarding, or storm boarding rather, it goes underneath this weatherboarding, is usually about 1920s. Something like that. Oh, I'm sliding. Oh God. I'm trying to look inside this little section that stands. All right, I can't not see in there, so you guys are gonna have to look for me and report back what you see on this wall. Anything? Oh well. I'm sliding down these wet boards. Porch stuff. Standing on the porch. Okay. I don't know. There's pieces of a bed right there. That just says someone was using it for storage at some time or other before it collapsed in. Look at that. Look all the way back there. See how big that structure is? Heck of a building. Heck of a building here. Kind of a really mystery. I've never seen a church like this. It is as far as we know. The church that goes with the cemetery, but never seen a church building quite like that. There's old farming equipment right here, too, by the way. I don't know. Ow, that is a painful, painful vine right there. Hey, can you, I don't know, well, maybe I can, ow, damn it, man. I'm getting stabbed in places that are really unpleasant to be stabbed. By vines, by briars. Here's an old piece of horse-drawn plow or something. All right, oh, for frack's sake. There's one of two ways that I can get out of here. One way is gonna be standing up and walking straight out. One way is gonna be crawling. We ain't crawling. I'm about to give up.
I got historic aerial,
Yeah.
and it's had a lot of additions since the 50s.
Ouch. You know, the only other thing that I was thinking is what was often by a church, school. And I wondered if it might not have been an old rural schoolhouse out here. But I don't know. I absolutely love old ruins of houses and structures like that. I like them when they're standing a little bit more so we can document them before they're all the way gone. I did not.
4 or 5.
But I'm glad to be out of there. Old stacked brick. $1881 Powell. Cecil's doing a find a grave request right now. That's that old brick right there too, by the way. What's the name? Moselle Gamage 27 to 1897. So of course, you know, this brick could have been reused stuff, but that's that old style plantation era brick. This is a vaulted up area. You can see perfect grave. It's just collapsed in. Another big cedar tree. Another grave, concreted, right there, fence. Big cedar tree. All right, folks, Cecil's doing the find a grave request. We just looked at these ruins. Big cemetery here. It's well documented through the works of like what Cecil's doing. We're not gonna look at it anymore on this video. Okay, so did you find the grave you were looking for the find a grave?
No, there's 7 requests, but they're all, I went to each family plot, and there's a lot of unmarked.
Gotcha. We believe that we have determined it was indeed a school over there at the church. Cecil's got a beautiful picture of the old church, and it used to sit over here, we think, kind of in this area right here. It burned down in the 1950s, and then this church existed until, or the school existed until probably the modern school system took over. The historic aerials showed no church and only this building back here.
But the aerial was from 57, was the earliest, and
Yeah.
the church burnt down in 1950.
So probably there. And oftentimes beside a church was a school. And so we were pretty confident that that is the old Chambliss Community School in the woods there. We had GPS coordinates that recorded the location of it historically, and did the thing, Cecil did the thing, pulled it up, dropped a pin here. So pretty cool to document a piece of this old community here that is definitely gone by the wayside, largely forgotten. And unfortunately, didn't get to document it as it stood, but we got it in its very, very final days. And the church that stood here, which you guys at home have probably already seen a picture of it by now, was absolutely amazing. Incredible church building that used to be here. You would not expect that out here. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Big shout out to Cecil for everything that he does, but for bringing me out here today and showing me this place. It's incredible. These old schools here, there were quite a few down in Sumter County, as there were in all rural counties. And my grandmother, you know, she attended schools down here, not in this area, but on the other side of Sumter County. And so on and so forth with my great-grandparents. In fact, I have a picture of a very old schoolhouse in a family photo album. That the picture was probably taken by my second great-grandmother. I'll put it in here too, just in case anybody recognizes it. We'll see you next time.